Hey, what's up, man?
Hey,
how you
what's
doing?
going on?
Leandro, nice to meet you.
Anders.
Hello, I'm Oz. Nice to meet
welcome.
you.
Thank you.
This is the space.
This is cool, man.
brand new to us. We're still working on a few things.
Right
But
on.
come on in. Check it out.
Yeah.
This is where we
The coffee
have
station.
food and coffee. Yeah. Desks here. We do our editing. We completely walked past the chill zone. Let's go to the chill zone.
We're
go
going
to
to
the
start
chill
with the
zone.
chill zone.
Oh, you
This
got the new Wondrich book, I see.
We did. I got to tell you, I think I've read 2 sentences in that book.
Yeah.
That thing's huge. It's intimidating.
It is intimidating. I mean, it's a dictionary, so
It's a dictionary.
if you read it, then you're like,
Yeah.
what are you trying to achieve?
It took me so long to read through the dictionary. Okay.
This is exciting because you guys, your channel's on like ascending right now. You guys like moved out of your house, which is awesome because
Yep.
it sucks to shoot in your house.
It
It
does.
absolutely
It
does.
and now you have a space, which is awesome. So, it's a small space. We kind of see what's going on here, but this is really cool. This is exciting.
Yeah.
How many people do you have working here? Because you have a lot of. Oh,
yeah.
It's just a 2 desk.
So
never mind.
we have all 2 of us. We have Oz and myself. This is where we get away from it all, a relaxing zone. We're gonna have audio, video gear here, and then liquor overflow here, which is just kind of
Yeah.
all over.
In like
but-
a year, this is going to be like this. In another year, it's going to be like this, and then it's going to be like this.
And then we'll
you're
rent
going to
out
have
that
like a
space.
freaking crawl. Like it's going to expand.
Then we've got the set here, which is kind of where our main focus has been.
Yeah, it's cool. I like it. It's very similar to like the stuff that you're doing now. I mean, it's like very cohesive. It's a cohesive look. I like it.
We are really happy to be moving out of our apartment, obviously. But there were some nice things that setup had. Like we had depth; you could kind of see into the kitchen.
Oh yeah.
And there are like a couple like nice little things about that. But we're trying to make this space special, where we can just focus on.
Right. Did you
on making
try to like
videos
blur
and-
things, like get the depth of
I
field? to blur
did, yeah.
things?
That was kind of part of the appeal of that space, was that you could see into the kitchen.
Right.
And a lot of people actually commented when we announced that we were moving into a new space, like, hey, we really like that it's homey. And,
Right.
we like that apartment sort of feel that we're in your house. So we really, the goal with this was to sort of maintain that warmth, that it didn't look too sterile.
Right,
But the
right,
depth,
right.
obviously, we lost, but we're going to do our best with lighting and make it look
Right.
creative and nice.
At the apartment, we had our small little table that we propped up on milk crates, and now we've got this. Just goes up and down
What?
with us without us having to raise and
I hope
lower.
you're taking notes, Marius.
The shelves, that was all us.
Oh, that's super nice. I like them. In the chill zone.
Nice.
All right, so
What do you think?
stuffy leather sofa. Check.
Yeah, Craigslist.
I love it.
Yeah.
So you worked at a place called Ward 8. You worked there for a long time? Or did you just work at a series of bars for a long time?
Well, I worked at Ward 8 for 8 years.
Oh, that's a long time for,
Yeah,
For
in
like
the
a
industry,
bartender.
yeah. But that was the best bartending gig I could ask for. The goal was to open up like a classic cocktail place that was going to be a destination, and it was in a neighborhood that didn't have anything like this.
Right.
And so it ended up becoming more of a neighborhood bar.
Right.
So it was like this neighborhood bar that specialized in classic cocktails. So it was an interesting thing. It wasn't initially what we were going for, but it
Right.
worked out perfect. So the gig itself was great. Prior to that, I had worked at other bars that, kind of led up to it. But yeah, that was kind of the pinnacle. So like with this whole like YouTube thing,
Right.
with the pandemic and the lockdown and all of that, once we got going on this channel, it's really hard for me to see working at any other bar
Right.
because it was the ideal situation.
Right. But it's also like, what? So wait, did you start the channel because of the pandemic?
Yeah.
Is that like the bottom fell out of the industry? And so it's like, why would you want to go back? Because the pandemic showed us that your job can just end, and then you need something to sustain yourself afterwards. So it's kind of cool that you found that thing, right?
Right before the pandemic, there's always like being in the industry, you're always kind of thinking about like what's next. I don't want to be doing this for the rest of my life. At least
Right.
that's how I was,
Right.
Nothing against
so was I.
the industry, but you're always, trying to think further down the line. So I was kind of in the process of putting together these like in-person cocktail classes.
Yeah.
And I thought it would be great. The space that we have is relatively small. And again, I had complete creative freedom.
Right.
That fell apart when you have a pandemic. You can't have in-person classes.
Right.
So the first couple of videos were honestly like in response to some regulars who had texted me and said, how do I make this? Because they're stuck at home too.
Right. And everyone's
so
drinking.
I shouldn't say like that's the sole reason why the channel came to be, because this is something that I had been thinking about for a couple of years. 6 months before the lockdown, I started this little podcast, which never came to fruition. But I recorded like 6 things where I was just interviewing regulars
it didn't
after
come
hours.
to fruition like right away? Like how long do you do it?
I guess probably like 6 months, something like that.
Oh, okay. You're not going back to bartending then.
And
all your regulars,
yeah,
banana bread guy. He's going to be sad.
Yeah. My regulars are now on YouTube. They're all my regulars.
It's a lot of regulars you got.
It's a lot of regulars.
It's a lot
of drinks to remember, I'll tell you that.
It's a lot of drinks to remember.
The idea really was just we want to do something creative. I want to do something creative. The knowledge that I've accrued has been through the bar. So however that comes to be, whether it's doing other creative ventures outside of it, I think, Oz is incredible with like the visual side of things, whether it's turn that into artwork, whether that's to have a book or, we're really open to all those things. And I do want to create a brand with a name, which I think that we're doing.
Yeah.
And the idea is for this to support us so that this is the business, is really to create something that we can provide to other people. Right now, it really is the videos.
Right.
And that's kind of the core of everything. I don't want to lose focus on that because I really do enjoy making the videos.
Yeah.
And I think that people like them. I hope so. Some people don't, but it's not for them. Yeah, right now the focus really is on the classics. That's where my experience is with the classics.
Yeah, me too.
I do like the teaching element of it. I like showing people like how I come up with an original cocktail, which really is, based on this classic template or multiple templates, because they're tried and true. And I want people to be making these cocktails too. I don't want people to be intimidated about making cocktails. Just like, there are people who are like, saying like how to make food. You don't have to be this fancy chef to make this dish. Over the years, these are the things that I've learned, the little like shortcuts or the little tidbits of the whole sips, tips, and recipes.
Right, I love that.
Like that's really, really it. I mean, I feel like I'm at the point where, I'm always curious to learn more, but at the same time, if I can just like show you what it took me 20 years to learn in a video, then that's great. Awesome. I'm not bitter about that. Like,
All right, there's our talk with Anders Erickson, the YouTube maestro of classic cocktails. Go sub his channel, sub our channel, hit like and subscribe, bell icon on both, or you're canceled. See you guys later.
Bye.